Have you ever stopped to wonder where our idea of time even comes from? Not just how we measure it, but the concept itself? Well, today we are going to dive deep into one of the most powerful and really ancient explanations ever, coming straight from Plato's famous dialogue, the Timaeus. Let's jump right in with the creator's very first moment of inspiration.
So Plato kicks things off with this incredible, almost mythological image. You have a divine creator, a father, who looks out at his creation, the entire universe, and sees that it's alive, it's moving. And seeing this living, breathing cosmos, he's filled with joy. He loves what he's made. But that joy immediately leads him to a pretty profound challenge. And right there, that's the cosmic dilemma. The creator wants to make his creation, this living universe, as much like its perfect blueprint as he possibly can. And that blueprint, this ideal being, is eternal. It's forever. But how can something that's been created, something that moves and changes, have the same everlasting quality as a perfect, static original? That's the puzzle we're going to unpack.
Okay, so the solution starts with making a really fundamental distinction, understanding the two different kinds of existence that the creator was working with. Getting this is pretty much the key to the whole idea.
So on one hand, you've got the pattern, the eternal original. Think of it like a perfect, timeless blueprint that never, ever changes. It just is. And on the other hand, you have its copy, our universe. It's dynamic, it lives, it moves, it's subject to birth and change, what Plato calls generation. It is fundamentally, by its very nature, different from its source.
And this reveals a kind of cosmic limitation. The creator couldn't just, stamp the word eternal onto the universe and call it a day. A copy just can't be identical to the original in every single way, especially when the original's whole deal is its unchanging nature and the copy's whole deal is its motion. A direct transfer of eternity? It was just impossible. So a really ingenious workaround was needed. And this leads us to the creator's brilliant solution. It's a concept so profound it shaped Western thought for thousands of years. He decided if he couldn't make the copy eternal, he would make a moving image of eternity. And this is it. This is time. According to Plato, time is a reflection of true eternity, but it's a reflection that moves and, crucially, can be counted. So while true eternity rests in unity, its image, time, revolves according to a law of number. This is how our changing universe can imitate that unchanging original. Now, what's truly fascinating, just mind-blowing, is how this idea completely reshapes language itself. Plato argues that for that eternal essence, only one word really applies: is. Things that are eternal don't have a past or a future. They just are. The words was and will be, he says, were literally created with time. They only make sense for things that move and change within time. So whenever we talk about things becoming or having become, we are speaking the language of time.
This leads to another huge insight. Time isn't some empty box that the universe was just placed inside. No. In Plato's vision, time and the heavens were created together at the same instant, and they're fundamentally linked. If you could ever dissolve one, the other would dissolve right along with it. They are two sides of the very same cosmic coin.
So, how did the creator actually build this moving, countable image of eternity? Well, he didn't just snap his fingers. He constructed a magnificent, enormous, celestial clock.
And at the heart of this whole cosmic clock is a single, perfect number: 7. This number represents the 7 divine bodies that the Creator forged and set in motion. These are the gears and the hands of his great machine, each one designed specifically to distinguish and preserve the numbers of time.
And here are the gears themselves. In that first and closest orbit, he put the moon. In the second, the sun. Then came Venus and Mercury and 3 other bodies that we now call planets. Now, these weren't just random lights in the sky. For Plato, they were created for the very specific purpose of making time visible and measurable for us. You can really see the creator's plan unfolding step by step. First, he orders the heavens. Then he creates the celestial bodies, puts them in their proper orbits. But then comes this absolutely crucial step. He lights a fire, what we call the sun, to illuminate the entire system. And here we see the sun's true purpose.
It's not just a source of warmth, it is a divine lamp, and it was lit so that the movements of this great celestial clock would be visible, so that living creatures, that's us, could watch the revolutions, learn the concept of number, and understand the structure of time itself. The day and night, he says, are the periods of the one most intelligent revolution.
And this just shows you the beautiful mechanics of the whole thing. It's so elegant. The celestial bodies in those smaller inner orbits, they appear to revolve faster, and those in the larger outer orbits, they move more slowly. This incredible dance of different speeds is what creates the complex and beautiful rhythms of time, everything from a day to a month to a year.
But what's the end game here? What is the ultimate goal of this giant celestial machine? We're now arriving at the grand finale, the one moment this entire system was designed from the very beginning to achieve.
This is the big one. The perfect year, sometimes called the great year, is that one single magnificent moment when all 8 revolutions, that's the sun, the moon, the 5 planets, plus the sphere of the stars itself, when they all complete their cycles and return to their original starting positions, all at the exact same instant. It's the moment the entire cosmic clock clicks over and resets.
And this brings us right back around to the beginning, doesn't it? The ultimate purpose of creating time, of building this clockwork of stars, of defining this perfect year, it was all done for one single reason: to allow the created, living universe to imitate its perfect, eternal origin as closely as it possibly can. Time is the mechanism that allows the copy to be like the original.
So we're left with this really powerful idea. We so often think of time as a straight line, right? Moving from a past we can't change into a future we can't know. But for Plato, time was a grand repeating circle, a beautiful, complex dance designed to reflect a higher, perfect reality. It really makes you wonder, what if he was right? How does that change the way we see our own place in the cosmos?